How has the lack of historical knowledge of African Americans affected individuals? This research project will discuss how the lack of information on African American history has had lasting effects on many individuals and continues to have many negative effects on many in our society present day. We will take a look into what is being taught, what information is missing from history lessons, and review some of the negative effects this has had on our society. This image is used to display struggle, the lack of information and what you should know. The textbooks used to teach history students are not providing enough details to properly explain key details of African American history. Literature such as Uncle Tom's Cabin by Harriet Beecher Stowe are left out of the discussion and should be elaborated on in more details. Many African Americans suffer health issues such as stress, which causes cardiovascular disease, with racism at the root of the problem. What is being taught about African American history? According to What You Supposed to Know, Urban Black Students' Perspectives on History Textbooks, in a survey of 19 history textbooks published between 1999 to 2003, Brown and Brown, 2010, found that narratives about black political struggles are rendered in fragmented, p. 59, and misleading, p. 54, ways. Ulrich, 2006, added that textbook writers have difficulty giving equal attention to all who participated in the Black freedom struggle, p. 673, erasing some historical voices and models of resistance to racial subjugation. Consequently, Black students will not leave their history course with any sense of a coherent history of Africans in the Americas. Woodson, a.n.com, 2015. Harriet Beecher Stowe was a person who was very influential in the early stages of the movement to free slaves. Was a white woman named Harriet Beecher Stowe, who is most popular for her novel Uncle Tom's Cabin, which was published in 1852. Stowe's writings invited many into slavery as she told a story that painted a vivid picture of what slavery was like for African Americans through the eyes of a middle-class white woman who aided fugitive slaves on the pursuit of freedom. According to Jim Olulin, articulating Uncle Tom's Cabin, Uncle Tom's Cabin was an illustration of a disciplinary shift in American culture, away from corporal punishment and toward an internalized discipline of love. Olulin, 2000. Stories such as Harriet Beecher Stowe's should be taught in detail in history books, as it provides the opportunity for other perspectives to be discussed, other than the diluted tales of slaves being taken from their homelands, sold in the Americas, and used for free labor while suffering from abuse, death, and slavery. This is an image of Harriet Beecher Stowe. This image is the cover to Harriet Beecher Stowe's first novel Uncle Tom's Cabin, which changed how people viewed slavery. It was published in 1852. A research study has been done to analyze the biological and psychological effects of racism that are causing cardiovascular issues for many in the African American community. According to worldview verification theory, inconsistencies between lived experiences and worldviews are psychologically threatening. These inconsistencies may be key determinants of stress processes that influence cardiovascular health disparities. This preliminary examination considers how experiencing injustice can affect perceived racism and biological stress reactivity among African Americans. Lucas, T. Lumley, M.A., Flack, J.M., Wegner, R. Pierce, J. and Getz, S. 2016. Perceptions of justice also affect autonomic and glucocorticoid responses to acute stress. Tomoka and Blaskovich, 1994, Vermont, Petera and Berggren, 2007, Vermont and Steensma, 2003, suggesting that stress reactivity may provide a mechanism through which just characteristics of participants for the study. Three-way interaction of trait and state justice predicting biological stress responses and attributions of racism. This is a diagram depicting how African Americans process racism. In conclusion, the effects of history has shaped and developed us all in some way, and for many due to their lack of knowledge the effects have been negative physically, mentally, and even fatal. To begin correcting some of the issues, I believe that the source and method by which information is being provided should be re-evaluated and changed to effectively teach the history of African Americans and the potential effects of it. Backgrounds and legacies of figures such as Harriet Beecher Stowe should be discussed to inform students that there were more people other than Frederick Douglass and Harriet Tubman who assisted in slavery and pushed the anti-slavery movement. African Americans should also know the negative health effects like cardiovascular disease from the stress of experiencing racism. This dearth is especially evident for African Americans, who have the highest CVD incidence and mortality of any ethnic group in the United States. American Heart Association, 2013. Advances would better connect justice theory and research to ongoing interest in stress-related CVD disparities. Lucas, T. Lumley, M.A., Flack, J.M., Wegner, R. Pierce, J. and Getz, S. 2016. The importance of knowing African American history for all Americans should improve because it has carried tremendous burdens and continues to affect our country socially. These are the sources used for this presentation.